Well, we are going to shift now into our friends at Calix, where automation and data visibility are changing the way that networks are operated day to day. We've got Merritt and Charles joining us here. Welcome.
Thanks, Rick. Great to see you.
Likewise.
Nice. Awesome. We're really looking forward to today, and thank you guys again for having us join you guys on the inaugural Broadband Integration Day. So we really appreciate it, and
Thank you.
hats off, honestly, to the whole team. It's been great so far. So awesome. So why don't we kick off? So today, Charles and I are here to talk with you a bit about who Calix is, if you're not familiar with Calix, and our partnership with Sonar and some of the great integration work that we've been doing with them. And so I'll go ahead and kick off and introduce ourselves. So my name is Merritt Peterson. I am a partner manager at Calix. I've been at Calix for just under 4 years. I'm at 4 years next month. So it's been a wild, great ride being at Calix, and there's always so much going on, especially with our partnership with Sonar that I have the privilege of managing, and it's been really such a joy of managing that partnership over the last 2 to 3 years, and working with their team, as I'm sure many of you know, is such a privilege. So it's really great to be here today. And Charles, I'll let you introduce yourself as well.
Yep. Thank you, Merritt. Yeah, hey folks, Charles Porcella here. I work with Calix in our technology partnerships team, and I also work alongside Merritt, working with all of our great partners like Sonar, as well as our great customers. And I'm really happy to speak with you today about some exciting integrations.
Awesome. Thanks, Charles. So a bit of an overview of kind of what we're going to focus on today. So we're going to go over kind of who is Calix, what does Calix do in the industry, and for those of you that I saw some names in there I kind of recognize, so I think we have some people here, but also talk a bit about our partnership with Sonar and kind of what that means for you, and then I will be passing it off to Charles to talk a bit more about the integration. He is far more technical than I am, so I will pass it off to him to talk a bit about kind of the work that we've been doing with Sonar over the past 12 or so months, I think, Charles, and go over kind of what that means for you. And please, feel free to put any questions in the chat. I really can't see it from where I am, but we'll be sure to answer those questions once we're through. So awesome. So who is Calix? So Calix was founded back in 1999, really with the mission of empowering broadband experience providers like yourself to simplify, innovate, and grow your business. One of the great things at Calix is we continue to grow, and we continue to change kind of the way we talk about things. And so for the longest time, I think we talked about our customers in the sense of broadband service providers, but really, I think as Calix has progressed, but really honestly, more importantly, as all of you have progressed, right? You have become experience providers. You are providing an experience and so much more value to all of your customers and subscribers. And so as you've continued to innovate, we've worked to match that same level. And so when you're looking at simplifying your business operations, I think that there's so many different ways you can look at this, and at Calix too. And we all have so much time in the day. There's a million things I know that we all want to be able to do. And so working with broadband experience providers like yourself to simplify your operations, to simplify how you engage with customers, to simplify, how you do trouble ticketing, and working with you guys to help streamline those processes so that you can then focus on really being more efficient and effectively being able to do all the cool, amazing things that I know we all have on the back burner wanting to do, and wanting to continue to grow the business and providing an exceptional experience to your subscribers. And that really marries very well with innovating. And I think innovation at Calix is one of the things I've loved about it since being at Calix is that you are at the forefront at Calix of the innovation that we work alongside you with, understanding the needs that our broadband experience providers have, and kind of what your day-to-day life is like, and understanding how we can work with what Calix is doing and what you're doing and what all of you are doing, and marrying that together and making and continue to innovate, not just to throw stuff at the wall, but really to innovate with purpose. And I think that is so key when you're looking at innovating with small businesses, innovating for your subscribers, for your communities that are so important to you. And I think that continued innovation is really at the heart of what Calix is doing. And lastly, on growth. And I think you can look at growth really on two ways. And at Calix, we really look at it as helping and really empowering more so our broadband experience providers, all of you, to not only grow your businesses. We all want to continue to grow subscriber counts or grow maybe the area in which that you serve. But also I think, equal, if not more important, right, is supporting and growing your communities. I think it's been amazing over the past few years getting to talk to so many broadband experience providers. And I reside in the Washington D.C. area, so I am in a very large metropolis, but hearing about the amazing stories that our broadband experience providers and the work that you've been doing in your communities and the impact, the true daily impact that you're having in your schools and your communities and your small businesses is just so incredible. And it's been honestly like such a privilege to see over the past few years. And I know that as Calix continues to grow, you all will continue to grow at lightning speed. And it's really amazing for that to be such a key part of our mission. And so I would like to talk briefly a little bit about the Calix platform and kind of what that is. What does Calix actually do, right? And so at Calix, we really pride ourselves on providing a platform that works for broadband experience providers at all sizes, right? So whether you are a greenfield BXP who is just starting out and figuring kind of where you want to go, or you are a telephone co-op who's been around for 50 plus years, we really built a solution that broadband experience providers of all shapes, all sizes can harness. And I think as also growing with you, right? And I think that's so key, that as our broadband experience providers continue to grow, whether you have 5 subscribers or whether you have 500,000 subscribers, ensuring that we build a platform that works for you no matter what part of that process that you're on is so key. And so I want to start at the bottom of the slide, really on the intelligent access and unlimited subscriber. And this is really focused on, this is the true heart, I think, of what Calix does when you're looking at the whole network, right? It really is the end-to-end network that allows everything that we're doing at Calix to be able, and everything that our broadband experience providers are doing to support that connectivity and having reliable connectivity throughout your entire network, whether that is in the home or on the outside plant, wherever that is, making sure that we're providing a reliable and robust experience, because everything builds off top of that network. If that's not working right, nothing else will, as I'm sure you all know. And so making sure that what we've built is makes sense for subscribers and broadband experience providers of all sizes is so key there. And then when you build up to cloud, right? And I think that's so much of what we work on with Sonar, is really our partnership around Calix Cloud. And so I always get joked on. There's one cloud, and there's Calix Service Engagement Operations Cloud. There's not 3 clouds. I always get my get some jokes for that one. But Service Cloud is really focused on giving you a comprehensive overview of the subscriber experience, right? So if someone calls in, you can then see, okay, in the home, there's 15 phones playing Netflix. I can see why maybe your broadband's a little slow. And so being able to provide proactive outreach as well, and being able to, when a subscriber calls in, being able to actually see what's happening in real time is so key. And then Engagement Cloud, Calix Engagement Cloud really is focused on targeted marketing based on persona, right? So whether you're a gamer, you work from home, you are, a single family home, whatever that may look like for you, making sure that the way that you're being marketed to is targeted, really, and having that penetration rate be so much higher, because like I'm sure many of us do, we all get inundated with tons of marketing every day. And so making sure that every engagement that you have with a customer is intentional and impactful is so critical, and really only enhances the subscriber experience. And then Operations Cloud, which is looking at a comprehensive overview of really your entire network. And then on top of that, it's all of that builds up to Calix Smart Life. So this is kind of, I would say, like the newest of this platform, what you're seeing here, but still it has been out for a decent amount of time. And Calix Smart Life really is the managed services that are truly built for cater to different sectors, right? So whether you are a small to medium sized business, Smart Biz may work for you because it enables you to, and will enable small businesses to be able to have different password identifications and be able to run their business in an effective way from a broadband experience, right? And making sure that if you're a small coffee shop, having that ability to cater to those different segments is really key. Whether you're smart MDU and you're really focused on building out your MDU network, having a platform that is catered directly to that is really crucial to really hit that niche segment. And then on either side, you'll see Calix, the partner community, which I will get to in a moment, and then Calix Success. And Calix Success is really focused on being really your partner within Calix, and really is the eyes and ears, I think, of Calix, and is there to support you through your entire journey with Calix, through the entire journey with the platform, and is really meant to be a confidant for you in your entire experience with Calix, whether that be in training, in education, whether that be kind of hearing what your needs are. And our business insights team does a really great job at collecting all this data from Calix Cloud and your billing provider like Sonar, and being able to marry all that data together and provide really actionable insights. That's one of my favorite things that that the success team does, and really providing all this different data to you and giving you and working alongside you, right? And hearing what your goals are to be able to provide actionable insights that maybe we're seeing in the market too. And so I love what the success team's doing. But as a partner manager myself, I will always be partial to the Calix partner community. And it's really a robust community that we have built over the last 5 to 7 years at Calix, that consists of our value-added reseller partners, our consulting engineers, go-to-market agencies, but also our amazing partners like Sonar. And really what Calix does today would not be possible without our partnerships with amazing partners like Sonar. They work alongside Calix. We really work together, right? Because the better that we work with Sonar and the better that our partnerships are, really, you guys reap the benefits of that experience. And so that's something that we work with all the time with Rick and Georgette and the whole team, really, to make sure that we are providing the best experience with our partnerships so that it makes your experience working with both of us just so much better. So I want to touch briefly on the Calix and Sonar partnership. So we've been partners officially since 2023, but honestly, I think in this industry, I feel like everyone's been partners for so much longer. But really over the past 2 years, it's been fantastic to see not only the number of joint customers that we have grow by so much, but I think also the way that we work together. We've learned each other's organizations and how we each work together. And I will just have to say, we meet with Rick and Larry and team, I think right now every 2 weeks, but sometimes I think we meet even more than that. And it's been really awesome to see how in every call, your experience is at the forefront of what we're talking about. Whether it's a new integration we're looking at or whether we're troubleshooting something, we are really focused together on partnering, whether it's our integrations or anything, on making that experience for you to be the best possible. And Sonar has been really such a great partner in that and has been so fantastic to work with. Really, Lindsay's been fantastic. Steph, since she joined, has been awesome. Rick, Larry, Georgette, I could keep going on. The whole team has just been so awesome and is really just a fantastic team to work with. And I know Charles and myself and many others at Calix can echo the same message. And so we are super excited to be here today to be able to talk with you guys, not only about Calix, but about our amazing partnership with Sonar that is so key to what we do and is so important to, I know, many of you on this call. And so with that, I would love to get into the theme of integration today. Charles, I will pass it off to you to talk a little bit about kind of where we are with our integrations with Sonar today, and kind of what's coming and some of the new exciting things that I have a feeling many of you on this call have been very patiently waiting for. So Charles, I will pass it off to you.
Thank you, Merritt. And I will just echo you, Merritt, in saying I really like working with the Sonar team. That the partnership that they've shown us, my experience with the Sonar team goes back prior to 2023. Hands-on integrations with our cloud platform and solutions, and from then until now, and increasingly over the last 2 years, my hat's off to the Sonar team for the partnership they've shown us, and really enjoy collaborating with Rick and the product development team and the developer team as well. So it is a pleasure to speak about these integrations today, built on the foundation of that great partnership that we have ongoing. I put it to generative AI before jumping on, and I asked the question, what does it mean to be a good partner, a good integration partner specifically? And as I looked through the key factors taken from across, different sources online through generative AI, what came back really checked off a lot of boxes with what I was just speaking about. So everything from clear communication to shared goals, reliable technology, looking at ongoing support, and also efficient onboarding. So all of these factors, these key factors, I was nodding my head with from the experience we've had with the Sonar team. So I wanted to start there and echo, Merritt, what you said. 100% agree with you. It's fantastic working with the team, and look forward to continuing to grow these integrations we're talking about today. And so with that said, what we're going to talk about today really is going to focus in on our Calix Cloud solutions and platform, as well as our Smart Life. But what I wanted to highlight first and foremost is that, as many of you may know, and some of you may not, Calix and Sonar, there's an existing integration on our access side of the solution. So for those customers with, our AXOS systems that are leveraging an SMX API integration that Sonar developed and has been operational for some time now, and is continuing to be updated with every quarterly release that Calix has. Some of you are already taking advantage of the benefits of that auto provisioning, right, and what it brings to the table from an automation perspective. And what we really are laser focused on right now, and what I think would love to share with all of you today, is how we've started to take that access side integration that Sonar developed and work together and collaborate on the flow through provisioning into Calix Cloud. So how does recognizing that your billing data, your billing system is your everyday solution that you all are working with as customers. This is critical to your operations on a day-to-day basis, whether it's your CSRs, whether it's your tier 2, your network administrators across the board, right? Your marketers as well, right? We recognize that there is a source of truth that is represented by your billing system, and it's often the first place you go. So the goal is really about how do we continue to grow together these integrations to service our customers, our mutual customers, with the benefits of operational efficiency. And so we'll talk about this today, specifically with the fact that, over the last 12 months or so, our teams have been working well together, and the Sonar team has been developing their Calix Cloud API integration. And so that integration, that platform integration, spans the Calix Cloud solutions and is really at the platform level. Some customers that are listening in today may have a legacy infrastructure and an integration that is operational today. And so this is a really great opportunity for us to talk about, what does that mean for you, and just give you a heads up on where we are with this integration and how it is essentially an upgrade opportunity in the way that I think about it, to continue to leverage your billing data in Calix Cloud Solutions and keeping it synchronized, but doing it in a really efficient way in a more streamlined way, and we'll talk some more about that today as well. And ultimately keeping your operational efficiencies and also opening up new opportunities in the future to continue to tap into those integrations for new experiences that you want to bring to your subscribers. So as we look at where we are with these integrations, we do have, and I'm happy to take this opportunity to, from the Calix perspective, to be able to share that through that continued partnership and in collaboration, working with some of our customers, some of our awesome customers who are early adopters, like Big Red Communications, for one, just to name one. And in working through the collaboration with Sonar, we are looking at this opportunity to integrate with all of your Calix Cloud solutions through this platform integration. We have an API called the Subscriber Service API that is essentially an interface to all of the cloud solutions. And so through that Subscriber Service API, you can tap into this integration that Sonar is bringing to market. And it is here now. What we want to do is, kind of continue to streamline how we continue to work on, kind of brushing up final validations and things of that nature. But from when we look at the solutions themselves, if you are a customer who's considering or who has Service Cloud, Operations Cloud, and even Engagement Cloud, you can start to look more deeply at how these integrations can be leveraged by your organization to bring your billing data into Calix Cloud Solutions, keep it synchronized. So as we look at that maybe more deeply, your billing integration with Calix Cloud is going to help you deliver more value to your subscribers with, we think, even greater efficiencies. So recognizing that business transformation is key to your success, and looking at how we can streamline your transformation journey. The billing solution that's integrated with Calix Cloud through that API that I referenced, it's going to remove some of the cumbersome and manual processes. And it's also going to bring real-time access to your data. This is important for some of your install use cases, right? If you're tapping into Service Cloud for a lot of the benefits that Merritt described, and your CSRs are leveraging that, your technicians are leveraging Service Cloud, and Operations Cloud as well, you're going to be able to tap into customer data, subscriber data in real time. So if you had an existing integration out there with Calix Cloud and it's chugging along, this is a great opportunity to talk to our sales team about, hey, what is involved with looking at the new Calix Cloud API integration that Sonar has developed. When can I get access to it? It's really all about making sure that the export of your subscriber data from Sonar, and really looking at operations and business support in particular, that we can help you move from a regular data transmit to a real-time data transmit, essentially. So that's a real great opportunity, an upgrade opportunity to begin to look at. Now, if you're not yet leveraging Calix Cloud Solutions, or you don't yet have a data integration, of course, there's a host of benefits to that. What we are looking for is really ensuring that operationally you can keep your data in sync with your everyday billing system with Sonar. Sonar has built into their developed integration a really powerful audit or reporting capability that really is going to help you as a broadband service or experience provider to understand how well your data is synchronized between the platforms. And it's really all about keeping that as tight as possible, and using your integrated billing data in real time for working with your subscribers, simplifying that entire process. And so what I would say is that as we look at the Calix Cloud Solutions and ensuring that both your staff and your subscribers get the experience that you want them to have along your digital transformation journey as a broadband experience provider, when we start to look at the Smart Life managed services in particular that Calix offers on the platform, and really sort of on top of those Calix Cloud solutions, bringing those additional experiences to your subscribers and engaging them in new ways, these start to open up new benefits, right? So along with that real-time access to data and that reduced complexity, we start to look at the Smart Life services and how if you have, if you're rolling out SmartBiz and bringing that to market, Calix SmartBiz, you're able to begin to leverage, Wi-Fi management for your staff. You're able to look at creating isolated networks and network-wide cybersecurity initiatives, and making sure that you have cellular failover to keep your business secure and connected. So as you tap into SmartBiz, in the future, this integration and the foundation that has been built is going to open up great new opportunities for us to work with Sonar and understand your needs and understand what you're bringing to market with SmartBiz, and look at how this integration could grow into that moving forward. The other Smart Life services is, many of you may have already been working with our Command IQ mobile app, and you've been looking at Protect IQ and Experience IQ as application services that you can make available to your subscribers to enhance their experience, putting in their hands in their mobile app, how they control every aspect of their smart home managed Wi-Fi experience, right? And setting parental controls, and also having a safe and reliable experience with their systems on premise. And what we also, when we look at things like managed services like Arlo, we look at enhancing your subscriber experience through offering a fully managed and connected camera solution, or Bark, helping with such a great initiative with Bark, helping to prevent cyberbullying, right? With with our young kiddos. And I think that there are great benefits to Bark in particular around what it brings to your communities, monitoring things like texts and emails, really expressly with the built-in purpose of keeping our kids safe. And so we look at these opportunities that both the Calix Cloud solutions bring to your staff, your operational efficiencies, and we look at what Smart Life brings to the table and how it can be leveraged to provide these different experiences that make sense for you all locally in your communities, and what that brings to the table for your subscribers, and starts to become something that's really exciting. So it kind of excites me about that mission of, there's this layered opportunity and approach moving forward that this new integration brings to the table, not only for your cloud solutions, but also for these new experiences that you can begin to look at bringing to your subscribers, and then that we can continue to collaborate with the Sonar team on to continue to grow this integration to ultimately put these tools and these experiences in your staff's hands and in the hands of your subscribers. So there's a lot of exciting things coming with these integrations, but they're at a point where this was such a perfect opportunity to begin to talk today about where these are, that these are integrations that we would like to begin to have you all talk to your Calix sales folks about, because this is a very exciting time. And the last 12 months working with Sonar, as we said, has been a great experience. And we see the next 12 months being really exciting and really sort of amplifying those early efforts and really accelerating how we're able to work with you all through these integrations to make your day-to-day experiences more seamless, and to help you evolve your digital transformation and your journey that you're on as a broadband experience provider. All right, so with that, Merritt, I think I wanted to toss it back to you, and you may have a couple comments. I see Rick popped on, so Merritt, you want to? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, that was Rick. Yes, absolutely. Honestly, Charles, I can't say enough good things about working with Rick and working with Larry and the whole team on this. And I think, like Charles, I have just, I think, said so many times, it's just been such a pleasure. Because I think also, and Rick, I know you can speak to this too, I think both for organizations, the way that we do things, we really have figured out what works best for our partnership together. And Sonar has been, I'll say, a little patient with some of the Calix processes that we have on our end, but really always with you as the BXP in mind, being able to offer you this integration as fast and as reliable as possible. And so really, Rick, we can't thank your team enough. You've been such a pleasure to meet bi-weekly, if not more, with to go
And he
over
has a good
this.
sense of humor too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I absolutely feel the same way. It really has been a pleasure, and again, I think kind of pulling back, and showing what that process is and how the care that we take and the approach that we take is absolutely right. There's been a lot of work and care that's gone into preparing to get to this point. And like Charles said, the timing is incredible. We didn't time it this way strategically, but just the way the event kind of fell in context with the development cycle of the Calix cloud integration. We are now in a position to really speak about it in detail and set the table for these discussions. So to that note, you brought up some good points. We are done the development of this initial Sonar native integration to Calix Cloud, but this is the beginning. This is not the end. There are so many opportunities for us to kind of stretch and expand into. So a couple of those points that we saw towards the bottom of that last slide that Charles had on the screen there we're going to seed into our customer feature request portal some items for those. So if like Arlo or any of the others are of interest to you, the opportunity for us to extend that integration into those directions is totally there. We just need to know where the interest is. So certainly check that out, and we can have a look at that. I also just wanted to kind of comment going through the first half of the presentation and to seeing the value that Calix brings and how, the value of the ecosystem. It really kind of brought me back to my days as an operator. And I remember so clearly when we first introduced managed Wi-Fi and what an absolute game changer that really was. If you're an operator that hasn't looked into that, to me, it's all about owning that end-to-end experience and how powerful that is in practice. I always say, if the Wi-Fi sucks, the internet sucks, right? It doesn't matter how incredible your network is, but what you find, what we found, also only speak for myself, people would go for our absolute top package, and then they would grab a dusty old router from the bargain bin and plug it in to the Ethernet cable and wonder why their speed tests were poor and wonder why their performance was poor. So it really gives you an opportunity to kind of own that piece, and depending how you roll it out, maybe even open it up in your revenue stream as well. So anyways, just thought I would mention that because it really brought me back. So to that end, again, I think that kind of the crown jewel of our discussion here is around the cloud piece. Let's make sure to mention for any current customers that are interested in that, want to learn more, because the development has now very recently come to a close. Check out our knowledge base. There's a couple of really great knowledge base articles there that go through in detail of exactly what that covers, as well as there's a second one that brings it right down to the granular field mappings to really understand what's happening, because a lot of the magic of the integration happens behind the scenes, right? It's real-time data synchronization. So I just wanted to mention that those assets are available live, published today, if you do want to check those out for more. So,
and Rick, I'll just add, like, it's spot on, because after checking out the knowledge base article, and it's an excellent read, it's very concise and to the point, and I love the way you all have packaged that up. And at that point, my only other call to action would be, hey, talk to your Calix salesperson if you're an existing customer. Talk to your sales team. Ask them, when you can get your hands on the integration. Super exciting that we're at this point where we can really start to talk about availability, and really excited about that. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I'm just having a quick look. I didn't see any submitted questions. I think we used that time really well, touched on all the important points. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us both, Merritt and Charles. I know I'll be seeing you both soon under different circumstances on our regular cadence. But yeah, thank you so much for being a part of our Partner Day here today.
Awesome. Thank you,
Thank
Rick.
you very
And thank
much.
you, team. It's been great.
Appreciate it.